Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. The final episode of the decade. Madness. It is episode 112. If you do enjoy, do me a massive favor right at the start. Let's smash a thumbs up. Should my last video of the decade be my most liked video of the decade? You've got your work cut out. 20,000 likes. I'm guessing that's not going to happen, but hit the thumbs up button, and of course subscribe if you are new around here, and click that notification bell so you never miss an upload. So what we've got for you in today's episode is the back end of my weekend league. I know that it's Tuesday and stuff, but yeah, like we've got the back end of my weekend league from Sunday, and then to end the episode off, there's going to be some SBC completion, of which one of them is a player and 3 of them are Footmas SBC challenges, as we start to build some packs ready for Team of the Year in, well, I don't know, week or two, a couple of weeks. How long is it until Team of the Year? Someone let me know down below in the comments section. So I went 1-0 up in like the 74th minute of this game, and I finally got a second one in the 84th minute. It was I think this game was like a 4-4-2 battle, and the guy was very good. I thought I was going to lose it, and I ended up getting just a couple chances to make it happen, and we end up coming away with a 2-0 victory, and that one felt like super hard worked. So, yeah, does he quit? I think, yeah, he does, doesn't he? He actually quit in the 85th minute. Could have taken the 400 rivals points in just a second, mate. But, yeah, 2-0 victory for us, and that was a, look at the pass accuracy, 90% for me, 92% for my opponent. That just goes to show you that it was just it was a tricky game. Now, we go on into the next one. We come up against centre-back Matthias, or Mateus, should I say. And there's also Mbappe, Ben Yedder, Pogba, Ian Form, Willian, which I wasn't really sure about. I was like, I can't really tell whether or not that's going to be a good player on this game or not. I sort of bottle a chance in the 14th minute, and this game again was pretty stalemate until the 45th, where he got a little bit of cheese a couple of minutes into extra time to score his goal to go 1-0 up. I don't actually think there's a thing in the 45th minute cheese. I just like to say it every single time. I can't imagine there's actually anything in it. The 45th minute is actually longer than all the rest of them, right? Because you play the extra time afterwards. So I think that's probably why people call it the 45th minute cheese. But he does score like 5 minutes into the second half to go 2-0 up. And then Mbappe knocks it back to Paul Pogba. Twists and turns, gets past my defender quite easily, and past another one, slots it into Ben Yedder, who makes it 3-0. And I held out in this game. I tried my very best to like get something. I went all out attack, 3-5-2, constant pressure, all of that stuff. And even like the clear-cut opportunities, I just could not make it happen. So we end up losing 3-0 in a game where, I mean, I think it looks pretty even overall. I know that he had a bit more possession, but that happens towards the end of a game when you're trying to see one out, doesn't it? So anyway, we take a little loss there, but we come up against this guy with his 2 icons, his lots of Footmas players, including like the best ones of Sissoko and Mendy. So I knew that I'd got a game here that I was going to be a struggle, but this was a really solid player. I struggled incredibly against this guy in the way he just passed around me and stuff. Found myself a couple goals down, and the less said about this one, the better, because I make a terrible offside trap move, and of course that just leads to basically an open goal for Mbappe when I decided to just move my goalkeeper in the wrong spot. At half-time, I was like, you know what? I've lost this one. Let's try and get back to winning ways, get out of this one and move on into the next. So that's exactly what we did. So yeah, there's been a few difficult matches towards this latter stages of my weekend league, and it does go that way. Like if I have a good first few games, then the last part's harder. And I said this last week, I'd almost rather go like 0-10 if it meant that I could then go like 14-0 after that or something. It would make it a lot easier, and I could not think about those losses. But we equalised on this guy. He went 1-0 up, and then not long after he scored, we were able to get our equaliser with Messi. Is that a good sign? The first sort of goal we've scored in the last couple games. Are we back to winning ways? Are we back to scoring ways? Well, we're kind of losing at the moment as he gets through with Neymar. But hey, we're getting a little bit lucky here. It's fallen to Messi again. Good save from the goalkeeper. How have I not scored that one? And at half-time, once again, you can see the pass accuracy of my opponent. That's what I noticed from, like, the last few games of my weekend league, is that I was playing against 60% possession players with really high pass accuracy. I want to be that. I want to learn how to do that. And I always play far too direct. And I would absolutely love it if I could actually like string a few passes together and hold the ball for a little bit longer. Even turn around and go backwards, pass backwards if I needed to do so. That's something that I need to learn. I watch a few streamers that play FIFA very well. And I notice that they always have loads of possession and stuff. I get a bit bored. So I think that's why I play super direct, trying to get goals quicker than I should do rather than working the play. But hey, you know, so we've lost like 3 in a row, and then we come up against this guy. Messi is able to Berber spin inside, and I mean, we get the rebound with Neymar, but I should be scoring that goal. That finesse shot should be flying in the very postage stamp part of the corner when it's Leo Messi through like that and on goal. I don't know why I messed that up. And then what a save from Alisson to stop me scoring a inside the 6-yard box tap-in from Kenny Dalglish. But we get another go at it. We turn the defender nicely, and Dalglish is able to slot that one home. Arguably a more difficult strike, especially with the defender right on top of him, than the one before it. But we're 2-0 up, so looking good, finally. Politano is always destroys me whenever I play him, and it's a fairly lucky goal. Like, we made the save off of the effort that he earned himself, so he gets the rebound. But hey, who hasn't scored the odd rebound this weekend, right? Pushing down the right-hand side with our man Atal, knocking it back to Kenny Dalglish, into Paulinho, back to Atal. Oof, we love that strike. That's the 5-star weak foot coming into effect. I couldn't tell you which foot was his strong foot, although I'm assuming it's his right, just because he is a right back. However, he's got an inform that was left wing, right? So I actually couldn't tell you which one was his strong foot. So we're 3-1 up at half-time. Things are looking good. And then, well, I concede yet another. Another rebound from 87 Immobile, who I didn't even know existed. I didn't know that there was like a... Is that a road to the final? I'm not sure if that's a road to the final or just a Europa League team with a... I don't know what that card is. However, we get our 4th goal. Very fortunate situation. You know, my opponent's had a couple, so it was time for me to get one. And we're, you know, 4-2 up. Neymar knocks it in to Paulinho. Back to Neymar, who's going to get himself inside the defender. And that is just some nice passing, isn't it? It was tight there. There was lots of blue shirts around me, so it was nice that we end up getting a 5-2 rage quit and a lovely goal at the end of that display. So how many wins is that actually taking us up to? I can't remember. Is that the 13th maybe, or the 14th? I am lost at this point. Where are we at? That was the 14th win. So that was actually my final game of the weekend league. So this week we ended up going 14-7. I'm pretty sure, which, yeah, 14-7, as you can see. 9 games remaining means we've played 21 overall, and if you take 14 away from 21, you get the 7 losses. Quite a lot of them were rage quits from me as well. I think I saw something somewhere that the rage quits actually, they do affect your form. People were saying that don't rage quit, because actually what it does is it means that you stay on the form that you were at, and then you end up coming up against hard players. Apparently that's not the case, and if you rage quit, you take a loss, and then that's your form going down, which is good. It means that I can rage quit easier if I really feel the need to, rather than sticking out games just for the form, you know, for the dip in form. Anyway, we get a little one of the Santi Cazorla objective packs. I'm yet to even unlock Santi Cazorla. That's obviously what I'm going to do a little bit of that in the rest of this episode. Just some like things in the menu to get me. You know how you get those bottlenecks in the weekly objectives where you're just playing online games and all of a sudden you're not getting past silver because you haven't played that squad battles match. Well, that's where I needed to just do a couple of things to get me in the right space before I play some rivals over the next few days. You can see the player bio of all of my awesome starting 11 and of course a couple of my substitutes that I use often and how they've done in the weekend league. We still have very good scoring records for Messi, Neymar, and of course Kenny Dalglish. All three of them are not safe though, because I've been sitting around maybe trying to think of ways to get Acuna into the starting 11, trying to get Atal into the starting 11, and of course if Acuna was to come in, well, Neymar might have to go. We might have to say goodbye to Neymar, or play him off chem somewhere else. This is the sort of thing that I'm not sure about yet, and just don't be surprised if in an episode or the next episode or in a few days episode's time, I might end up actually just deciding to change a few things around. It could mean all three of my strikers go, like my Messi, my Neymar and my Dalglish all go. I'm not sure, and none of them might go. I might just stick with kind of what I've got. I might make a couple of changes here and there, or I might make absolute drastic changes just to freshen things up, like new year, new team, or I don't know. And at this point in time, I need to sit down and think about it, because I had an idea in my head of a few things I wanted to do. I mentioned to you guys as well that I was starting to think about maybe we could try Cristiano Ronaldo or something. Maybe Mbappe again, I don't know. There are probably other icons that I could use now, probably prime icons that are even in my budget, which could be awesome. I don't know. Anyway, we unlock Santi Cazorla, who has that skill move upgrade, which I'm very curious about. So he can go ahead and sit in the La Liga squad and get me another first owner La Liga player. However, I'm pretty sure we've already got a full team there. But it doesn't matter. He was a free unlock. He was we were going to get him eventually. I played a couple of squad battles matches to get some things done. And of course, that gave me enough XP. I still actually have no idea whether or not I'm going to have enough XP to unlock the level 20 player or level 30 player, whatever it actually is. Again, I'm not super bothered about that. I decided to open the one player pack that I got from completing the daily objectives, because I actually did that for once, and we got a walkout. It's only Pjanic, but absolutely brilliant. We'll take an 86 rated from a one player pack. Thank you very much. I'll take that. He's untradeable, of course, but he will just sit in the club and wait for an SBC that requires him, or just start in the Serie A squad if we don't really need that at the moment, I guess, with current icon swaps. I'm guessing in a week or so's time, when the next season comes out, a couple of weeks time when the next season comes out, maybe we'll get Serie A first owner stuff, so he could be a useful one to just keep. So the next thing on my list was flashback Mascherano, because I'd had him in my favourite slot, but I never really took a look at like what he cost. And I had all the players in my club. You can see a couple of them are tradable just because they're packed, but they're all first owner. I literally just used everyone from my club, including that informed Jonjo Shelvey. And I was like, great, this is a free 87 that, all of these players combined, yeah, cool, I could have used them for something else, but Javier Mascherano actually gets a strong link to Paulinho, should we want to use him. He's Argentine, so he links a little bit to Messi as well, and even if I decide to not use him, that's a essentially free 87 rated player for a future SBC or for a future objective, which is what I'm more getting him for, the fact that he'll probably be somewhat useful down the line, and he actually don't look too bad. He looks pretty similar to Pep Guardiola to me in terms of the stats. Like, he's not got amazing pace or amazing dribbling, but defensively good. Passing's pretty solid as well. I don't think he's got any skills. He's got like 2-star skills and a bad weak foot as well. But I'm sure at mopping things up in a CDM role, I'm sure he's probably not bad at all. Low, high work rates. 5'9" with 89 balance. I just think that's probably quite good. 90 composure as well. 95 aggression. I reckon he's all right, and who knows, he might even make it into a future team of mine. I'm not sure at this point, probably not, but, you never know, is what I'm trying to get at. So, then I finally sat down and got to the 3 Footmas SBCs that had come out over various days, which I just sat there and had a look at first time and thought, oh God, I need way too much chemistry here. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that with the small amount of players in my club. So I finally sat down and actually thought about it and managed to get all 3 of them done. Just because they are you know, I can use stuff from my club that I've got, hopefully untradeable things. I did go out and buy a bunch of players to complete this one, but this SBC had come down from like 12k to like 5 or 6, so that made it worthwhile for me to get a 25k pack from it. So I wanted to get it done, not to open stuff now. Right now is the time where we are going to start saving packs. So from this weekend's Weekend League rewards, that will be on Thursday in a couple days time, I will open my red players from Team of the Week, but we'll just wait a couple more days after that, or a few more days after that. People seem to be saying the 6th for Team of the Year. Is that right? Where have I not seen that from? If that's the case, is that earlier than normal or later? That got to be earlier than normal. If that is the case, then we won't be saving our packs for very long. It will just be a couple days. But if it's maybe a week after that, then who knows? Maybe I'll open some packs. But at this point, I just want to store some together, because it has been like 3 years since I packed a Team of the Year, and I just want the most chance possible to get a blue player first owner in my club, whether it's untradeable and we can try and use them, or whether it's tradable and we sell them on to bring in other talent to the Road to Glory. It would be really nice. So I then had a little look at what I would be getting if I were to sell my 3 big players, and we're into the 1.2s for Dalglish. He's dropped again, which is unfortunate. Messi's just about a mil, just over, so I could probably net about a mil from him, which again, a couple 100k less than what we paid, but that is just the way the market's going. And then Neymar we've had for ages, and has significantly dropped. He is literally about 600k. I saw one for 622 not selling, so I wouldn't even be surprised if he was in the 500s, which is mental. Best player on the game pretty much for a really, really good price. You're missing out if you're not using him. Anyway, the next thing on my mind was that if we were to change the team up and to bring Acuna into the starting 11, it would be to maybe get this Battaglia in here. So I went and had a little look at him in the menu, just to give you guys a visualization of how good his card looks. And if you can imagine them two being my 2 centre mids, we would obviously then drop Paulinho. Don't know how I feel about that, but both of those cards do look very good, Acuna and Battaglia. And then there was also the thought of maybe doing the Piz check, but I've got a little bit of time. I've got a day or two to decide on that one, so you might see me get Piz check in the next couple of days. It's about 80,000 coins though, and he won't make it into a starting 11 of mine, so I'm not sure as to whether or not that's a bad call. At the moment in my head it's quite a bad call, but then there's also the chance that we get packs back to store up and we get another good first owner player, and he seems good for that price, but yeah, I'll think about it anyway. So that's going to wrap the episode up for today. We finished our Weekend League. We've done a whole bunch of SBCs. We've started saving packs for Team of the Year. And, of course, we've brought in that Mascherano as well, just to the club. Whether or not he gets game time here or there or everywhere, we will find out at some point. Just want to say that, obviously, this is the last video of the decade. I'll be back tomorrow for a whole new decade of content, hopefully. But I started YouTube back in 2010. It wasn't like on January the 1st or anything. I started halfway into the year or something. So my 10-year YouTube anniversary is coming some point in the next few months. But obviously at the start of the year, start of 2010, or when I started uploading, it was just this hobby thing. It was just something that I had a passion for, like gaming. I had a passion for like trying to edit stuff. I wasn't any good at it. I'm probably still not now. But yeah, what went from just like this crazy hobby turned into my life, has turned into my career. So I just want to say a massive thanks to you guys, for any of you that have been watching for ages. Even if you're brand new and you've just started watching, hopefully this is the start of a journey together where I'm making content for you lot still for many, many years to come. But yeah, it's been one hell of a decade, that is for sure. At the start of 2010, I wouldn't have said that in 10 years time I would be in this little studio thing that I'm in now, making content every single day, not getting up and going to an office to work, but getting out of bed and putting jogging bottoms on and making videos, which is amazing. It really is. I feel very fortunate. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching. However many videos you've watched of mine, you guys have just, you are awesome, and yeah, I'm very appreciative for that. Here's to the last decade, and here's to a new decade coming up upon us. All the best wishes for you guys, and a very happy new year. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.